Hi everyone, Al the Psych here. I have a video for you today. This is actually going to be part one of five that I've entitled Overcoming Addictions. And basically, it's a book summary from the book Sex, Drugs, and Gambling and Chocolate. This is from Horvath, and this goes back to 1998, but still has great information in my opinion. So I'm going to go over the information from the book. Sometimes I might even throw in my own 2 cents. So again, this is for informational purposes only. All right, so let's get to it on part one. The ordinary processes that change either habits or addictions include but are not necessarily limited to the following: increasing self-awareness, identifying and resolving conflict, discovering and developing alternative behaviors, experiencing support from others, not acting on temptation, and being persistent. Okay. Now, the author refers to habit and addiction as psychological problems. Okay. So, consequently, they require psychological solution. So this is in contrast to other addiction treatments and support groups like AA that consider addiction a disease. So we're getting a different perspective here. And he references how AA's 12-step program incorporates the utilization of a higher power, and the author provides an alternative approach to that. So the author's working definition of addiction is repeated involvement with anything, despite excessive costs because of craving. And he also identifies positive addiction as regular involvement with a substance or activity accompanied by a minor degree of craving, with the benefits of involvement outweighing the costs. Okay. So when I hear that, I think, well, okay, like maybe exercise addictions could fall in this category of positive addiction, depending on how far you take it. Now he has 3 central concepts, and he's listed them as anything, excessive, and craving. And he kind of works in reverse order. So the first one that he lists is craving. And this is when it occurs, you strongly desire a specific substance or activity, and you may start to lose interest in everything else. You kind of recall a previous high, you look forward to the next one, and the author references cravings to kind of like a tunnel vision where everything else just is less important. You're kind of zeroed in on what you want. Number two, the other concept is excessive, and all involvements have a cost. Now, if the cost is in proportion to the benefits received, we're satisfied. If the cost is relatively low, it's a bargain. Okay. In addiction, the cost is relatively high. So addiction is then the opposite of a bargain. That's the way the author presents it. And he also breaks it down, and he has mild addiction, where cost clearly but slightly exceeds the benefits. And then he has severe addiction, and the difference between costs and benefits is dramatic. And then finally, number three, the third concept is anything. Addiction usually meant substance abuse. And I remember the book was written in 1998. Okay, so now there's this recognition of addictions involving, gambling, sex, spending, relationships, other activities, pornography involvement, where you're watching pornography all the time, that sort of thing. So any substance or activity, anything, could lead to addiction. All right, that is part one, and I'll be adding several other parts up to part five on this particular book. Okay.